You've developed a unique approach to emotional healing with your inner child integration process. So I'd love for you to share how that process works and why healing our inner child. I think most people listening have probably heard of inner child healing, but I want to know specifically about yours and why it's essential to living from the heart, which I know you're all about. So
Thank you. That's a great question, Daria. Thank you. The process itself is a simple one. It's a guided, almost like a meditation, where I invite the person that I'm working with to think about a safe space for themselves. It doesn't have to be real or any place that they've been. So it can be actually a place like a beach somewhere, whether they've been to it or they're just imagining it, or they can be out on a star in the universe. It matters not. It's whatever they identify as a safe space. And we predetermine what age of a trauma or an issue we're going to address. And after they are voice guided into a state of relaxation and guided to their safe space and they're fully connected to it, they call in that child. So let's say we're working with someone that had a trauma at 8 years old. They would call in their 8-year-old self to sit with them wherever their safe space is. And during this process, that child is there to explain to the adult who's having this process, who's going through this process, what that experience was for them. And sometimes what happens is there's information that they forgot as the adult, that they didn't remember. And during this process, as the adult, it's almost like a mother and child in a way, or a father and son, depending upon the gender of the person I'm working with. And what happens is they can say to them, perhaps the things that that child never got to hear from anyone, whether it was a parent or an adult that was in charge, or they experienced something that they never told anyone about. And so they never had the experience of being supported and being told, this was not your fault. This was nothing that you could have done anything about. This does not define you unless you allow it to. We love you no matter. The things that so many of us need to hear.
yes.
And through that exchange, there is a lot of healing that occurs. But at the end of it, they breathe that child, that 8-year-old child is in our example that we're talking about, into their heart center until the only person sitting in that safe space that they imagined is them. And that part of them lives in their heart for as long as they're still in their body. And so I have some clients that we've worked with multiple ages. One client in particular, there are 3 aspects of her childhood, 3 different ages. And she's very intuitive. Not everybody experiences it this way, but she notices that they talk to each other from time to time, right? And she can literally feel their presence and could feel the difference between how it felt in her heart before and after she had breathed those aspects of who she was in there. And so the second part of your question was, how does that impact one's ability to live in their heart? It helps to heal the wounded parts of us that often keep us out of our hearts because we're afraid of being hurt yet again. And so it allows for more comfort in connecting with our own heart centers, the love that we are with ourselves first, and then choosing consciously to be that loving presence in our relationship with others as well.